Don't cram, take breaks, prepare early, prepare with all papers. These are some of the tips that I usually given to matric students, to university students studying towards examinations. However, you can see from the media that most students are still cheating in their examinations. This week I read a paper about UNISA students who were caught cheating in the examination, and over the years, we've also seen some learners were cheating on papers even in grade 12. Students cheat for several reasons, sometimes because they're not prepared for the exams. Today, what I want to share with you guys is something that can help to be more prepared when it comes to exams so that you don't have to cram. Because in most cases, the reason why you find that most learners are cramming or they're trying to memorize everything word by word is because they didn't have enough time to practice for the examination. Hey guys, my name is Athenkosi. If you are watching, thank you so much. Here we learn a lot about all things education. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you for sharing my post. Today we're going to be talking about tips that can help you ace your examinations. So when I was still in university, I didn't get my rhythm when it comes to studying until I was doing my second year. One of the things that I realized was that when I'm writing examinations, that's when I have a lot of time to study and be prepared for those examinations. I saw this when I had my marks for assignments compared to the marks that I was getting for my examination. I was acing those examinations. Today I want to share with you some of the tips that have helped me. So the first thing that I started doing was to start reading all of my notes and rewriting those notes. Let's say for the first chapter of examinations, what I would do then is to take a pen and paper, rewrite everything as I am reading. So the first rewriting, it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. It can be a word by word, whereby you are getting as much information, looking where you're reading, and then you're writing down. Then the second rewriting is where now you are reading the sentences, you are saying it in your mind as you are rewriting those sentences. Once I'm done with that, I would then proceed to rewriting, but now I am shortening the number of pages. So instead of rewriting the whole thing up to small pages, what I would do then is to try and remember as much about what I'm reading, such that as I am writing, I'm writing now even shorter paragraphs on what I'm reading. Let's say one paragraph is 8 lines. Now that I'm reading this for the third time, I'm rewriting it in maybe 4 lines because I kind of have an idea of what I'm reading about. Once you're done, settle some of the things that were said in those sentences or in that paragraph. Then I feel like I don't understand what this word means. You might end up learning more about that chapter than if you had just read that chapter and you left it there. So this helps. Another thing that is important when you're studying is to have goals. How long do you want to study? For today, which chapters do you want to finish? So this doesn't only help you to get the work done, but it also keeps you accountable as you are moving forward. So it's going to help you to say, oh, okay, today I said I wanted to finish chapter 1 and now I'm almost finished with those chapters. I want to push myself to another chapter that I can also study. And once you finish studying those chapters and maybe you proceeded to reward yourself, this is important, whether it's giving yourself a treat or taking a walk around campus, because you also need to stretch, but it also rewards your brains for you to feel like you've done something great for the day. Another tip, do not consume foods and beverages that are going to make you feel unwell after consuming them. For instance, deciding that on my lunch break I want to go and eat pie, order pizza, and you overload yourself with a large portion of food, or you consume a beverage that you know that once you drink it, things are not going to go well for you. It's either you're going to get sick or your attention will be reduced. So avoid foods like that. It's very important to be active in reading your text. Now you're thinking about what was said in that paragraph, what was I learning about? When you start asking yourself those questions, then you are also allowing your mind to remember as much of what you've read. So another tip when it comes to studying is taking breaks. Taking breaks not only helps refresh your mind, but it also helps your brain to have a reshuffle, to have a nice start. Breaks can be 15 to 45 minutes. Once you've read something and you take a break, when you come back with a fresh mindset, you're ready to learn again. Because what happens is, once you start saying, I'm going to study until I'm tired, your brain tries to create scenarios of saying you are tired, even if you just need to stretch a little, or let's say maybe you need to back, let's say maybe you need to change the position because your back now suddenly hurts. So it helps you to study for longer periods of time, but at the same time being fresh enough to continue studying. Start thinking about other ways in which you can explain what you've read. So once you're done with reading, rewriting, and asking yourself questions, that's when you start to test yourself. How do you test yourself? So usually in your textbooks, there are questions at the end where you can look up the questions and find answers. In some of the lecture materials that you might have, it could just be a question that a lecturer posed once when they were actually teaching that subject. Download that past exam, practice. Now it's time for you to test yourself. So the testing yourself, at first attempt, obviously you might get a 50%, but continuously testing yourself actually helps you to also see how some of these questions might come about in your examinations. Usually you would find that in our institutions, students get the exam week where you actually prepare for your exams for some time. Use that time to make sure that you study early, because once you start studying and you know that you have enough time to study for your exams, you have enough time to get through all the content, then you will be ready for your exam on time and you won't feel the need to be cramming or eliminate your chances of cheating on your exam. I hope those tips will help you guys. I've also had some students who were saying that when they were studying for their exams, what they used to do is write and rewrite everything that they have learned word for word. So whatever helps you them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Kindly subscribe to my videos. I will see you guys next time. Bye.